Guys, come on in when it's 5:32. We're 2 minutes in. 2 minutes in, we give folks a chance to kind of get the sleep out your eye, and get up and get rolling and all that good stuff like that. It's another day the Lord has made. It's another day. My dad used to say another day is another opportunity to get things just a little better than they were the day before. So come on in, come on in. You see, I got my Lincoln University shirt on. I had the opportunity to attend the two oldest historically black colleges and universities in the country. Lincoln University, which is in Lincoln, Pennsylvania, and Cheney University, about 45 minutes away from Lincoln. My parents actually worked and retired from Cheney University, and I had the opportunity, guys, to go to both of those universities. So I actually graduated from Cheney. I didn't graduate from Lincoln. I was in a 3-2 program, so I did the first part of my degree there and transferred to another school, which is what the program, that I went there for. That's what I was supposed to do. But here's the deal. Cheney and Lincoln argue about who's the oldest historically black college. Well, Cheney was actually established before Lincoln, but it did not give out degrees, college degrees, until about 60 years after Lincoln. So Lincoln was established as a college, an HBCU, a college at that time. Cheney was established as, first of all, a secondary school. It was an elite high school, really, for black boys at the time. And when it moved out to Cheney, where it is now on the farm, they bought a farm from a gentleman. That's when they started teaching teachers, and then that's when they started giving degrees. But that was 60 years after Lincoln, who started out the block giving degrees. So they both argue about who's the oldest historically black college. Cheney was established first, but Lincoln gave out the first degrees. I'm stalling now, trying to get, waiting for Kim.
I'm good. I had to go and take what I needed to take, and I had to chew some bread because I can't drink or do stuff on my stomach.
So I'm not able to connect to the wisdom builder right now.
All right,
for some reason. But we can move from there about it. But you guys, we're going to Proverbs 2 today. Proverbs 2 today. And again, nothing, real deep. It's 5:35, so we got about 25 minutes before we get into our physical part of our Fitness360 workout. You guys, today we're going to get on the floor. We're going to work abs. So we're going to focus more on that front part of our abs. Yesterday we did, a full body workout. Well, not a full body workout, but more of a cardio abs core. Where we worked front. We worked kind of the back of our core and our obliques. Today, we're going to concentrate a little more on those front abs. So we're going to do some crunches, some things of that sort. And I'm telling you that now to get it in your head so you don't stop while we're doing it. But what we want you to do is do your best and forget the rest. So if I do 4 and you can only do 1, then just do 1. Yeah. If I can lift up higher and you can't lift that high, just go as high as you can. You'll see I don't have a lot of mobility. Which is one of the 3 abilities that we work on at 350. So you want to do it now?
50 people, yes, definitely. Okay. We need to know this.
So at 50 and above, the 3 abilities you should be focusing on in your physical workout are mobility, stability, and flexibility. Those are your 3 abilities: mobility, stability, flexibility. It's no longer about strength and bulking and things of that sort. It's not even about endurance. It's about ability. So stability is well, let's go flexibility. Flexibility is the ability to bend, to stoop, to twist, to reach, to get to where you need to get to accomplish a task. Then you have mobility. That's the ability to complete a task that you started, with the amount of energy that you need to complete it, right? And of course, as we get older, we're wiser about the tasks that we start, right?
Well, we should be.
And then we have stability. So stability is all about control, being able to control your body so that you can complete the task and do the task that you need to do. So stability means we're working on that core area. So it is our ability to control our form so we don't hurt ourselves. And our legs. So core and legs are very important in our journey 50 above. And you'll see as the workouts. So we're starting out with workouts this week that are not so tough. We'll step it up a little bit in week 2 and 3. In week 4, we'll step it up even more. And there's like 4 days left in week 5, and we'll go a little stronger in week 5, just to give you something to shoot for. So
you got that. So today, it's time for life application stuff. Keep in mind, we're always going to give a proverb for every one of our Fitness 360s, and then give you some life application things that you can actually apply to your life. New calls them life hacks, which are bonuses and things for your life. So here we are. It's okay, babe. Let's just use what we got.
Let's just get moving. So Proverbs 2, and like we've been doing before, our method is we're just gonna read the proverb. Nothing, because with Proverbs, 2 different people can read it and have 2 different conversations. So we're not gonna get deep into that because of the way Proverbs is written. But we're gonna read them, and then we're gonna get into that life hack or that life application, and that'll be your thought for the day. You guys ready? So we'll take turns reading. I'm gonna read from the New King James. And what are you, Passion today or Message?
Definitely Passion.
Okay. One day we'll hit Message for you too. I like the Message translation of Proverbs especially.
It's nice.
So Proverb 2 goes like this. My son, if you receive my words and treasure my commands within you, so that you incline your ear to wisdom and apply your heart to understanding, yes, if you cry out for discernment and lift up your voice for understanding, if you seek her as silver, talking about wisdom and understanding, and search for her as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom from his mouth. Gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk uprightly. He guards the paths of justice and preserves the way of his saints. Then you will understand righteousness and justice, equity, and every good path. And when wisdom enters your heart and knowledge is pleasant to your soul, discretion will preserve you. Understanding will keep you, to deliver you from the way of the evil, from the man who speaks perverse things, from those who lead the paths of righteousness, to walk in the ways of darkness. You want to go 14 down?
They take pleasure when evil prosper and thoroughly enjoy a lifestyle of sin, but they're walking on a path to nowhere, wandering away into deep deception. Wisdom, the only way of the pure, is this label for this next one. Only wisdom can save you from the flattery of the promiscuous woman. She's such a smooth talking seductress. She left her husband and has forgotten her wedding vows. You'll find her house on the road to hell, and all the men who go through her door will never come back to the place where they were. Hear this. They will find nothing but desolation and despair. Follow those who follow wisdom and stay on the right path, for all my godly lovers will enjoy life to the fullest and will inherit their destinies. But the treacherous one who loved darkness will not only lose all they could have had, they will lose even their own souls. And we're doing body, soul, spirit, which helps us to know that there's things that we even have to focus on spiritually that's going to affect our soul life and our body. When this here scripture talks about how the men who enter into this dark place do not come back, never make it back to their place that they're supposed to be, and that they can actually lose their souls. This is something we need to pay attention to today, because wisdom is definitely speaking about making choices, making good choices and bad choices, and searching for wisdom. Okay, so life application today is on page 6. So we are on the life application, which is called desire. What separates leaders from followers?
Right. So when we kind of, this proverb, I think, kind of sets up Proverb 3. Mm-hmm. Proverb 3 is really packed and really good. But for one of the things I think we should do before we move on is to ask in your mind, what is wisdom? Mm-hmm. So I know there's a delay with live. I know maybe a couple people want to see Kendall Murphy's on from here. Wow. It's like 2:30 in the morning.
2:30 in the morning.
That's that Master Chief in them. That's that Navy.
That's that Navy.
Right.
You can see that. You've got your glasses on.
Yeah, I got my glasses
see
on.
on mine there's Kevin Glover and Gary. Apostle Gary.
Oh, Apostle Gary, that's right, because he's international.
He is
It's a whole different
international.
time.
Hello.
Yes. Thank you for coming in, my brother. Thank you for coming in. We were supposed to have a meeting and didn't connect somehow.
You'll get it together.
So we have to ask that question: what is wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
What is wisdom?
What does it look like?
Right. You know, so like there's a thing called knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
There's a thing called understanding,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a thing called wisdom.
Yeah.
So knowledge just is, so I'm speaking as an educator, knowledge is just information.
Right.
It's just, you ever hear back in the day, the old rap songs, drop the science, drop the science. So that's really dropping the knowledge. Science is knowledge, knowledge is science, it's just information. It's just knowing a thing, you know, just a bunch of information on the table, right? So having information is great, and we know that term, knowledge is power, right? But taking power is one thing, but activating that power or putting that power in place so that it is authority is a whole different translation. So here's the example. If you see a police officer, say you're driving down the street 70 miles an hour in a Suburban, big old car, right? And that police, you see a police officer standing in the middle of the street in his full blues, right? And puts his hand out and tells you to stop. Now you're driving down that street 70 miles an hour, and you can see that police officer standing in the middle of the street like this, right? Does that police officer have the power to make you stop?
No.
No, you could run that police over, cut him in half.
Not that we want you to.
We don't want you to, but
and with the ability of your car,
you have that
decision.
Yes, you have that potential, right? He does not have the power to stop that 2-ton vehicle.
Not power.
Traveling at 70 miles an hour, right? But when you see that blue uniform and that badge, he has the authority for you to tell you to stop, right? So that's the difference between power and authority. And that's what happens when you take knowledge, which is power, and start to translate it into wisdom.
Right.
Right? So from knowledge or information, there's a second phase of something that's called understanding. So understanding means I'm able to take that knowledge, take the information, and categorize it. Make sense of it.
Comprehend.
Yes, comprehend it. And be able
low level on blues.
Right. So I can understand it. I can say what it means. It has some kind of value to it. I see why that thing exists. For instance, if I have 2 and 3, the number 2 and the number 3, that's just information, right? But for me to be able to add them together, I have to understand that this is 2 apples. And then I got 3 apples over here, which is more than 2. So if I put them together, you kind of what will happen?
And you understand that they're both the same. You know, you're not just knowing that this is a fruit and this is a fruit. You understand that they are both apples.
Right.
So that's another level of comprehending.
Right.
Being able to understand what you have.
Right.
And what to do with it.
Right. So this proverb is talking about understanding in the early verses, right? And understanding what? You have to understand the knowledge that you get. So how do you get knowledge? You have to put yourself in a position and seek it and learn it and absorb it and not reject it and push it away. And it's going to cost some effort from you. Going to the New Testament, I think it's 2 Timothy, study to show thyself approved. So it's studying, it's absorbing, it's an intent action. Something you have to do to be able to get that knowledge. Put yourself in the place of it, right?
I believe it's 2:15.
2:15? Okay.
I'm not sure.
And so the knowledge, then once you get it, you don't stop there.
Yeah.
It's now a process of absorbing it, making sense of it, connecting it to things you already understand so you can further that understanding, make it a part of you. And that's what understanding is. Actually adopting the information so that it makes sense. It has a value. It has something you can use. And then the next level of the knowledge, understanding, wisdom thing, going from power to authority, like I gave you the example with the police officer, is the highest level, which is wisdom. Wisdom is the application of.
Which is another level on blues.
Yes.
So all of this can work with your everyday life.
Right.
We talked about, the information.
Right.
Which is just something somebody's saying. That's the lowest level of blues. You've heard something. Then we talked about how to understand it, which is your comprehension level on Bloom's taxonomy.
Right.
And now he's talking about the application, which is another level. We're just moving up,
Right.
being able to synthesize
And
evaluate it, all of that.
So she's talking about a thing in education we use is called Bloom's taxonomy, which are the levels of critical thinking, the levels of applying information. So knowledge is the lowest level. As Kim just said, understanding is like that middle level where the knowledge makes sense. And now I got to apply it, which means now I have to see what I understand. And I have to now step back and see how does that fit with me,
right,
and what I need to accomplish. Wisdom allows you to create a new thing. It allows you to what's called analyze or categorize everything that's going on in your life, match things together, and then what we call synthesize or create a new thing, try a new thing, do a thing a different way, establish, make, create, innovate. All of these are characteristics of who? God.
Exactly.
He stepped out on the platform of nothing, said, let there be, and there was. Then he said, I make you in my image and likeness, right? So whatever God does, we can do. That's it. That's like the image. And then his likeness, we can do it like him, which means we can just speak it, right? So the deal is with wisdom is our ability to be more God-like, right? To establish and create and make a thing, do a thing that needs to happen. And then what do? We evaluate that thing.
Yes.
We step back and we look at it.
Like God did.
Yes, like God did. And say, that's good.
That's good.
But if it's not good, what do? You do it again. You
start
change
all
it
over
and
again.
you do it again.
And you get more information.
Right.
You understand it more.
Right.
And then you apply that wisdom and you try it and you start to evaluate it all over again. It just happens all over again.
And that is wisdom.
That's
the process that we're talking about. That's why we're taking you through Proverbs. That's why we're saying this is what you apply to your spiritual and physical life so you can get physically, spiritually, and mentally fit.
Yes.
We are moving along. I got stuck on that, but let's get into the life application. I think we need to understand what wisdom is and why we're doing it. Today, our life application, what's our title?
It's What Separates Leaders from Followers.
Right.
We're on page 6. If you have downloaded your journal or your book, it's page 6.
Your Wisdom Builder Guide.
Wisdom Guide.
Yeah, so I got to say this. My wife told me, so I got ambitious when I was making that Wisdom Builder Guide. I always give people too much. And it was just supposed to start out to be a few pages. It ended up at 136. So
it's a dissertation.
You can use it on your own for your study of Proverbs, right? Right. So here's what wisdom is the application of. Thank you, Pastor Kendall. I appreciate that. Pastor Kendall's from out in San Diego, California.
And it is what time there? Almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Open
Door Family Worship Centers, the
Pastor
church
Glenn and
Pastor Glenn and Pastor Charles. Been a blessing in our lives.
Yes.
Pastor Kendall's been a blessing and a motivation. Man, this guy got behind us from the beginning.
Yes, he did.
From the beginning, man. So,
thank you, sir.
I'm trying not to tear up, Got to stay Marine Corps here, right? But nevertheless, we're talking about today leaders. Now, you'll say, why is it that we're talking about leadership and it's supposed to be about wisdom? Because we're all leaders in some capacity of our life. And the application of our gift is leadership.
Yes, it is. Right?
In its rawest form. So we're going to equate that leadership to wisdom.
And that's what explains the difference between a leader and a follower. Because
Right.
the leader applies, the follower may only just know or hear about.
Yes. So we're just going to kind of read it to you today. And it's coming from Proverbs 2, the 1st through the 4th verse. And again, you can download your own Wisdom Builder Guide. I already see a typo. Right? So good leaders seem to know the steps to take into a bright future.
Yeah.
Which means they can see the way and seem to know these are the steps we need to take. Now, they may not know them in detail, but they know this is the way we go. And I say it like this. The leader is the one who runs in front of the pack, climbs up the tree, looks out, yells down to the pack and says, hey, this is the way we need to go.
Right.
And that's what a leader does, right? So
Caleb and Jacob. Was it Caleb and I always say Jacob, not Jacob, but Joshua.
Joshua.
Caleb
How did I forget that?
to go ahead.
Right. So that's kind of what separates them from the followers, kind of knowing the way to take a bright future and believing it's going to be a bright future. But what enables them to know what to do?
Right. Yeah.
Where's that come from? How do they know, right? How do they know that they're different from their followers?
Right.
How do they sense
So
that? You know, I don't know about you, but we did something on our early launches. Those things that you're pushed into doing, you're not even trying to do.
Right.
You show up, and all of a sudden everybody says, "Well, Kim, what do you think?"
Right. They asked for your
Yeah,
information.
and you're like, "Well, I'm just
put you in charge. We're picking you."
Yeah, I just came to chill. you know,
It just stands out. It's illuminated in your life. You're highlighted.
Just starts happening. You know, then all the other stuff with the leadership comes to play, because more of anything is more of everything. But that's another discussion for another time. Now, Proverbs 2 tells us that the key difference between leaders and followers may be desire.
Oh, wow.
It may just be their desire. What do you desire to see? What do you desire to accomplish compared to someone who's around you?
Yeah.
You know, are they okay with it like it is right now? And are you seeing that it could be better?
That even goes along with what you're willing to do. We talked about that.
Yes.
What you can do, what you know to do, but then what you're willing to do.
Yes. So there's 3 questions that we need to answer in order to determine, you know, are we operating as a leader or as a follower? Right? Okay. All right. So here's the 3 questions. You ready? The first question is, what do we want?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah.
Can you define and say what it is you want based on where you are and where you want to go?
Just like this challenge.
Right. Does that look different than others around you? That doesn't make you weird. That doesn't make you an outcast.
Right.
It makes you a leader. You're a leader in that particular capacity.
Yeah.
And it may not be the whole organization. It may just be one little thing.
One section.
Right? Why? Biggest question. Why do you want that thing? Leaders don't want a thing because it makes them shine.
Right.
Leaders don't want a thing because they want power. The police officer power.
Right.
Leaders want a thing because they want authority to change systems, to make visions and things occur, to impact the environment so it does good for others.
Right.
God made heaven and earth not for him. He made the earth to establish a place for us to exist in the physical realm, to extend the boundaries of his kingdom. The earth is in the fullness of it is his, but he gave us the authority to operate down here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The third question is, how badly do you want it?
Yeah.
Woo!
That part.
How badly do you want it?
Because that will determine what it is that you're willing to do.
That reminds me of an old Tupac song, right?
Oh, how do you want it?
How badly do you want it? So that's important with leaders. So let's take Martin Luther King, for instance. He was willing to die for his cause and did. Mother Teresa was willing to sacrifice, her life, her well-being and everything in order to serve the poor. She did. Mahatma Gandhi was willing to sacrifice his life and not starve himself for the cause of peace, which he was standing for. A leader wants a thing so badly that they'll sacrifice whatever it takes to accomplish that thing, because it's not about them, it's about the goal, the thing.
Greater good.
Right, the what and the why. All right, so those 3 questions we got to ask. So here we go. We want you to consider some stuff from Proverbs 2. We read Proverbs 2, right? And Proverbs 2 has certain words or keywords in their verses through the law. We want you to think about these keywords to say how passionate you are, first of all, for seeking wisdom, and how you're able to apply this to your life to decide whether you are operating as a leader or a follower. Yeah. All right? Even though we're all already leaders, right?
We got 3 minutes.
So we got 3 minutes. So the first word in verse 1 was receive.
Receive my word.
Did you receive his words? So my son, if you receive my words, right? Are you ready to receive?
The second word is treasure. My command.
So not just receiving it, but I need to treasure it, hold on to it, protect it.
Honor it.
Right. Anybody who's ever had an addiction or a thing like that, we would do things to protect that addiction. right? So now we're talking about wisdom and words and things from God. Will you do what's necessary to protect it? Will you get up at 5:30 in the morning?
At 4:30.
You know, and exercise your mind and your spirit, your soul, and your body. Receive.
The next word, incline your ear to wisdom. That's in verse 2.
Right. So what does incline mean? Incline means fight to, be intentional to. Incline means on purpose. I'm going to pay attention. When my wife talks on purpose, I pay attention. Why? Well, there's a whole lot of reasons for that if you've been married for a while. But one of them is because I love her, right? And she's important to me. And over the years, I've realized that when she steps into certain areas of my life and gives her opinion, she's my Deborah, which means there's something I'm missing. So I need to incline my ear, pay attention, whether I want to hear it or not hear it, you know, at that given point in time. So
and that definitely separates the leaders from the followers.
Yes, yes, yes.
And that's another conversation. The next one, number 4, apply your heart to understanding. Verse 2, cry out for discernment.
Right. So
and 3.
So we have apply and cry. Apply and cry. Apply and cry.
Wow.
So when you apply a thing, it might cause you some discomfort. When you apply a thing, it might cause you, it might not be easy. It might make you
step out to do something that you normally would not do.
Stretch out the block. Leave a room that you've been comfortable in because it's time for you to go into the room where it's time for people to pour into you. You know, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Time to go.
It's time to go. Get to a room where you got to reach up and stretch out and someone can pour into you because we should always be getting better. And apply, we just told you what apply was. We just talked a bunch about what wisdom is. So that means it's going to take some effort. It's going to take some effort for you to put yourself in a position to cry.
The next one is lift. Lift your voice for understanding. Verse 3.
So what is lift? Lift is, right? So lift is work.
Movement. That's right.
It's work. And work by definition in physics is force times distance.
Yes.
So you have to apply a force to move a thing a distance. Lift your voice for understanding. Apply some force to lift your voice, to cry out, to ask, to do whatever you need to do. Take the effort so that you can move to get that understanding.
The next one is seek. Seek her as silver. Verse 4.
Right, and these are all verbs. You hear this? They're all taking action. Right, so here's the thing with me, and I'm just being transparent. So, like, if I'm looking for a thing, like the screwdriver or the duct tape or something like that, so I know where it is, right, or where it was, and I go to the place and I'm looking for it. If I don't see it, right, I think it's not there. Right, now I know it's there. So what do? I call my wife. Kim, you seen such and such? She comes down right to where I'm standing and points right at it, right? Seek. The reason I give you that example, seek requires diligence. Seek requires determination and diligence and stick-to-itness so that you can find that thing, and you have to seek it as silver, so it has to be valuable to you. It has to really mean something to you so you don't give up easy.
Right.
All right, last one.
Search for her as for hidden treasures, and that's also in verse 4.
Right, it's very close to seek.
Yes.
Seek and search, because sometimes the duct tape is not where I knew it was.
Seeking could also just mean looking, but searching sometimes means pulling things out, moving things. Absolutely.
Pulling things out and moving things. In who? In me.
In me.
Oh my goodness, I don't always want to do that because I'm comfortable. I'm 55. I got this system down, with my life. So searching will inquire, moving, looking under,
and getting rid of some things.
Right. So these are all character tests for you. So listen, good leaders hunt for wisdom. Hunt for wisdom. Hunt for wisdom. Go after it in order to capture it, in order to obtain it, to bring it home as a trophy and show everyone, look what I got, right? Good leaders hunt for wisdom as though it were
diamonds and rubies.
Diamonds and rubies. Valuable. Something I can trade in for great treasure, for great, what I want to say, for things, a lot of stuff, right? So wisdom's going to help me obtain things,
that's
right? So the question is today, what are you searching for?
And I do want to say wisdom is even more valuable than money. You know how they say money answers all things? Well, wisdom can answer that and give instruction for another thing.
Yes.
So money can only do things, but wisdom can do things and other things that we need in our life, not just the material things.
It's the foundation.
It's the foundation of it all.
It's the seeds. It grows it all.
Yes, it grows it all.
Right. So what are you searching for today? And what separates you from being a leader or a follower? All right.
Okay, you take like that, I'll pull this. You take that,
So,
I'll pull this.
Kim's already walking in place, so if you're we're gonna get down on the floor today too. So we're gonna kind of move the camera a little bit. If you have a mat, you want to get on the mat. We already have a mat on our floor, so we're gonna bring it up to a jog. So listen, if you're not used to running in place, then just walk in place fast, or keep your feet low. If you're used to running in place, then kind of go ahead and lift those knees up a little bit and move back.
Do low impact, then you can walk.
But nothing, don't hurt yourself, just loosen your hands. You know, again, keep that body erect. You're looking forward, you're not slouching under, you're not, bending up. You're just kind of getting that heart moving. We're going to work on the abs today, right? We're gonna concentrate those abs. So there's going to be some tougher exercises where there's not really a modified movement. Now just kind of kick it out, just kick it out, just relax. Get yourself loose.
Tighten your core.
You should already be kind of feeling your blood pumping a little bit, warming up. Just kick your legs back and forth. There you go. We're going to warm up for about 2 more minutes. Right? So go ahead. We did it yesterday. Spread your feet. Right? And reach. Reach. Get that toe. Reach. Reach. There you go. Reach it to the side. Remember that back toe is coming up. You're kind of tilting that toe up on purpose, kind of over-exaggerating it. Right? You can bend down and reach. So you engage your legs a little. There you go. There you go. Looking out, reaching off the table. Now we're going to go low. Keep your legs wide. Try to touch the floor. If you can't touch the floor, just touch your knee. Right? Let's get this down so you can see. So if you touch the floor, you see Kim touching the floor. If you can't go that far, just touch your knee. Right? Or maybe your shin. But just side to side, you're engaging that inner groin muscle. You're engaging that butt muscle. You're moving back and forth. Let's bring it back up now, nice and easy. Step up and down. I'm going to have to move this back further somehow.
You just long as you're there, because you're showing us.
All right.
I think you just need to.
So we're going to step up now. I'm going to put your hands there for a target. And lift those knees. Lift those knees. As high as you can lift them. You may not be able to lift them as high as me. That's okay. And this might be, you don't want to overexert yourself.
Yeah.
We're still warming up.
And
now we're going to cross.
Now
we're going to cross. Left leg, left knee, right leg. Left knee, right hand. Right knee, right, left hand. Right? Just bring it across. If you can't go that high, then bring it down low. Right? But get them up. Again, engaging that core, keeping that core tight and erect. There you go. There you go. Oh, we're going live on 2 things. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Look, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
That's what I was telling you.
All right, so now we're going to bring the hands out and to the side. Now, if you have bad hips,
yes, and that's me.
you don't have to go out as wide or as high.
You can actually just turn your foot. This is another version for those of you who have a problem with your hips. So I do have an issue.
Right. The idea is for you to start to engage and warm that up so you can work a little later. Now we're going to turn. Bring those hands to the knee. Right? But you're crossing. I'm sorry, you're not out wide anymore. You're crossing, but you're bringing the hands across. Because we're twisting that core now. Remember I told you I always pay attention to my spine. The older we get, the more sedentary we get. So we got to move it. If you move, then you can move. There you go. Good job. You're starting to breathe. Back to the front. Knees up high. You're saying this is supposed to be a core workout. You're working your core. You're working your core. You're working your hip flexors. Right? If it's too easy for you, then you can step it up, or you can tighten that butt to really engage the core a little more. But either way, head and eyes to the front. Body erect. It's called neutral spine. Smack them. There you go. Now we're going left knee, right knee. There you go. Left knee, right hand. Right knee, left hand. There you go. Twisting that body, getting that spine ready to move, because we're going to be using it today. Almost done with the warm-up. Somebody's saying, hey, that's a workout. That ain't a warm-up. You see how we're getting that body ready? This will reduce injury.
Yeah.
This will reduce injury and build your mobility piece. One more out to the side. There you go. If you can't get it all the way out, then don't bring your knees as wide. Right?
Bring this leg. I can't do the other leg.
So what you want to do is you want to fight to get it up a little higher. As high as you can. The higher you can get, the more you engage those obliques. If you can't get this high, that's okay. Do your best. Forget the rest. You need to take a break, take a break. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. There you go. Now I'm twisting to the side, but I'm going high. Hands out high, hands out high. Be careful in your lower back on this. Keep that core tight. Keep the body erect. You don't want to dump down. There you go. Woo! You hear me breathing already? My left side's tougher than my right side. So you're working this entire stomach here. The higher you go, the more you twist, the more you're working that core. All right, all right. We're going to hit the floor right now, you guys. So let me put this down. We're going to do a basic crunch. I'm good. We're going to do a basic crunch. So with the crunch, I want my feet flat on the floor. I'll go sideways for you. Yeah. Right? And the head down, your shoulders, you're trying to keep your elbows out of the sight of your eyes, and you're just lifting up. You see, I can't even go that far, but I'm tightening my core. Right? It's not about lifting. You're keeping your head and eyes kind of at the same spot. Like that. There you go. Just tightening that core, going all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. Find a spot and look at it. There you go. Some of you, if you're gassy, it's coming out. Right? So now we're going to take it to the side. Same thing. Keep the one elbow on the floor and lift the other one. Keep that one elbow on the floor, lift the other one to alternate knee. There you go. Can you see me?
Yeah, let me put this down.
There you go. There you go. Good job. Good job.
There we go.
Keep the one elbow on the floor. I don't want you to lift them both up. Just want you to focus on that one elbow on the floor so that you really grab that core. We're going to the other side. There you go. Going to the other side. That's good. That's good. One more. Then we're going to take it back to the middle. What I want you to do is put your hands by your ears, just your fingers. Don't grab your head, because I don't want you to pull your neck. Right, your elbows straight up, and I want you to try to touch your elbows to your knees. Now, of course, you're not going to. You see, as far as I'm going, that's good enough. Keep the head in neutral, spine in the same place. Just engage that core. Here's the deal. Down all the way, up all the way. Down all the way, up all the way. Down all the way, up all the way. Now here's the tougher one. We're going to stick one leg out. If you're really good, you can keep it low. If you're not as strong, lift it up high, right? The opposite arm. There you go, keeping that leg up. That will engage this oblique a little more. If you can't do it, then put your leg down. Then lift it up. We're going to switch to the other side. One leg down, the other leg up. Opposite knee. Opposite knee. There you go. Opposite knee. Opposite knee. This shouldn't be burning too much, but it should be difficult to do. What we're doing is training our body. Now, each week we're going to step up the pace on the workout. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to get up. Back up, back up. Let me get the video up here for you. So we're going to do what's called knee thrust. Bringing the hand out, knee. So I'm trying to keep that body square
and my hips square, my body twisted, and I'm just coming, my knees to my hand. The weights in your front leg.
Back leg.
Yeah, your weights in your front leg. You're looking straight out. Good job, good job. You're looking straight out. That's it, that's it. That's it. That's it. If that's too hard, then keep your hands down low. We're coming to the other side. One leg out. Ready, go. Right? Keeping that leg down. Some people might not even feel this. So I can feel it here because I make myself feel it. Or you can lift it up higher. Whatever works for you. There you go. The more you reach out, it's about keeping that body square and core. There you go. 3, 2, 1. Face this way. My hands are up. We're going to do a kick. So I'm going to bring my body and kick. Kick, and I'm snapping my knee. Lift the knee, snap. Lift the knee, snap. Lift the knee, snap. So it's about twisting. Anytime you twist, you're working that core. Got it? Good job, good job. Good job. There you go. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Face the other direction. Turn, kick. Turn, kick. If you can get it up higher, get it up higher. If you can't, keep it down low. The higher you get, the more you're going to use that core. We're just starting out. Keep it low because you got to build that hip flexor. But make sure you turn that body. You're pivoting on that front foot. You're turning that body. Sometimes you almost fall like me. My balance is horrible. 2, 1. Going to another kick. Face the other way. Balance side kick. So your feet are in a T. Your back foot's facing this way. Your front foot's facing this way. You're leaning back on that back foot. And you're kicking. So you're really supposed to kick it and hold it up. I have horrible balance. So if you need a chair, you need a wall, put your hand on it. Keep that leg up as high as you can. If you can't keep the leg up, then touch it down until you can get it up. Try 2. Can't keep it up, put it down. If you can keep it up, then keep it up there. You'll feel that hip.
Feel that hip,
right?
for sure.
Feel that hip. Switching to the other side. Same thing. If you have good balance, then you can just keep it there. Right? So kick. Keep that knee up and kick. If you can only do 2, do 2. Do 1 and then do 1 down. Whatever you can do, just do something. Right?
It fits, it fits.
All right. We're going to another kick. This one is kicking the ball. Facing this way, we're going to twist our body and kick the ball so it's a straight leg.
Okay.
So this time we're not. So it's like you're kicking the ball. It's a ball there.
Where does the weight go?
The weight goes in your front hip. Well, it's actually transverse. Back now, front. It's like you're kicking a ball. The deal is make sure you're twisting that body. So you're staying safe. Body erect. You're not looking down.
Core tight.
You're looking out. Good job. I'm going to switch to the other side. Ready? Same thing. Kick. Twist and kick. Twist and kick. Looking, you're kicking the ball. So you're kicking it. Kicking the ball. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now one side's going to be easier than the other. We're going back down on the floor, you guys, and doing something called hip raises. So this is the tougher one. There's really no modified move for it. I'm starting to sweat. So what you do is your feet are straight up in the air, hands are flat, head down, you just lift your butt. If you can only lift your butt an inch, lift it an inch. Right? Now I want you to keep your head as close to the floor as you can. There you go. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Now we're going to do in and outs. You can do them 2 ways. You can get up with your hands back and just bring your legs in and out and keep them off the floor. Or you can touch the floor and bring them in, whatever works for you. Or you can lay flat and do them this way. If that's too hard for you or your lower back, you have lower back issues, then kick them up higher so you don't hurt your foot, your back. All right? There's different ways you can modify this. You gotta listen to your body. Either way, every time you extend those legs, you're engaging that core. All right, so now I want you to stay where you are and lift your feet straight up in the air, right? We used to call this the cockroach back in the day. But I want you to just kind of try to touch your toes, right? So you're bending your core, not your shoulders and not your neck. You're trying to touch your toes. You see I can't touch them, but every time you go up and every time you go down, you're engaging that core, right?
Woo!
Breathe out. Breathe out on the way up. Breathe out on the way up, in on the way down. Couple more. Hold that last one. 3, 2, 1. Alive. 3, 2, 1. Alive. Hold it up. 3, 2,
Okay, I already
1. I'm alive again. Few more seconds. Hold it up there. Burn it in the middle. If you need to take a break and jump back in. There you go. Bring it down, bring it down. This is what I want you to do. Stretch your body all the way out. Bring your hands all the way up to reset your body. Now we're going to leg lifts. Put your hands down in front of you, right? Just lift those legs, right? If you're real strong, you can lift them lower. You see where I'm lifting them down about maybe a foot off the ground. If you're not as strong, then lift them up higher.
modified one at a time.
Yeah, one at a time. Or you can touch them and lift them back up. Whatever you do, you're doing something. Run, walk, crawl, jump, dance, just do something. 3, 2, 1. We're coming back up on our feet, you guys. Told you it's a core exercise. Anytime we get up and anytime we get down, we are engaging that core. I know you can't see me all the way on that one, but I want you to be able to see the bottom half of my body. So this one looks funny. It's a spin. Get your feet wide, right? And just spin around. Every time
there's
you're
a modified version.
Yeah, there's a modified step.
Step.
Yep, modified step.
Step.
Not keeping that back. You see my back is straight. Hands up. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go side to side, you guys. Right? So it's across, cross, and you're keeping that core tight. You can feel it every time you go out. That next step, you can feel that, right? So anytime you switch that body, and you can move it faster. This is slippery.
My little rug is slippery, or pads are a little new.
Right. There you go. All right. Left foot in front of the right foot. You just switch it. Switch it. We did this yesterday. Just switch it. Switch it. Switch it. So on this one, if you keep your shoulders still, the more stiller you keep your shoulders, the more you feel it in your core. Right? Here's another one. Looks funny, called Wacky Jacks. Just so the side that your foot goes out is the side that your elbows come down. Good job, good job, good job. Front to backs again. You can modify it if you want. If not, you're twisting all the way around, but the other direction this time. Anytime you lift up and twist, you're using that core. Up, core. Up, core. Up, core. Up, core. Good job, all the way around. Or modified step. You ready? Next move. What was the next move? I forgot. Got a quick side to side.
It looks like the cha-cha.
Yeah, the cha-cha. I'm not that coordinated, so I just bring it back. Whew. There you go. Do the best you can. You feel like you're getting a break here, but you're engaging that core anytime you go to the side. If you want to go faster, you can go faster. You need to go slower, go slower. Good guy. Here we go. Foot drills. This time, right foot forward. Switching. Keeping those shoulders as square as you can this time. One of the only times I tell you to do that. So you engage the core. So if you move this, if you move your shoulders, you're not engaging the core as much in this one. So you try to keep them square. Just switch those feet back and forth. Foots.
I was going to say, that was funny.
Keeping that core tight, that back erect. Head and eyes in neutral spine. 3, 2, 1. Back to wacky jacks, ready to go. Hey! This one right here, you'll feel it in your obliques. And makes your heart rate come up. Keep your body up. Head and eyes out. There you go. If you can't do that, then just step.
Yeah, that's the
That's modified.
modified.
Right? Right? Keep them legs straight. Hey, getting those obliques right. Those love handles, that hard part for us as men
And women.
to lose. All right, we're getting back
To
down on the
the floor.
floor.
Woo!
We're gonna do what's called the hip rock. Feet together, and we're going to, it's called hip rock and raise. Hands out, all right? Feet out, and just raise them up. Right there. And raise. If you can't do it, do one. There you go. Raise. That's it. Raise. 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to roll up. Legs are straight. Hands to the sky. Hands do not come back. They stay to the sky. You just roll up. Roll to your legs. Roll up.
This is how Luke says I get up.
Roll up. Take your time. There's no modified move on this one. So you can go fast or you can go slow. Whoa, I always get dizzy. Got dizzy.
Woo, it's water.
Nah, it's like my eye thing.
Close your eyes.
That's what makes me dizzy.
Oh.
So on this, you're going to lift one leg up, right? And you're going to reach up for that leg. Now, if you can't, make yourself go up and hold your leg and use your arms and your core,
That's cool.
right? If not, just go straight for that leg. Keep that leg up, right? Or you can use your arms to hold it, or you can climb up. Whichever one. Now I'm going to switch to the other side. Legs up. There you go. Sometimes I forget to focus on the spot, and then I get dizzy going up and down. So if you're like me, focus on the spot. Keep your head and eyes on the spot when you go down and go up. Again, you can grab your leg, climb up,
Pay attention to your shoe.
right? Or you can just hold your leg and go up.
Still engaging
3,
your
2, 1. Next move. So this one, you're going to sit up tall. It's called a C-sit. Your hands are out and you're just lifting your legs up and down. Lifting your legs up and down. Lifting your legs up and down. Now hold them up. If you can hold them, hold them. You hold them straight, hold them. Put them down, we ready? Come on back up. Come on back up. Every time you get up and get down, you're working that core. Now we're skiing. Side, 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 middle, side. Keep your hands out. There you go. Kim getting out the camera.
I was moving my thing. I was working on that side. I'm always going to get out of the camera.
So
when
it's the
touch my
twist.
legs.
It's the twist. Twist. Side, middle, side. There you go. Now we're doing the Heisman. So the Heisman is about core. So we're down low. We're going to do 3 ways. Lifting that leg up. Lifting that leg up. So you're from a squat, kind of. Lifting that leg up. Like you just made the touchdown. Again, keep the head and eyes in neutral spine. So you're looking at the floor out in front of you. Right? Now I'm going to modify it. Stand up straight. Right? Bring your hands up. Same move, just standing up a little more. Huh. Huh. So you're twisting that body. See it? 4, 3, 2, 1. Same move now, but your hands up in the air. Bring your hands down. If you need help, lean more to the side. There you go. Hands up, bring them down. Hands up, bring them down. Engaging that core. Back to the twist. Ready? Ski pose out. Left, center, right. There you go. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. What's the modified move? That's the modified move. Stepping. If you can't do the plyo. If you're in great shape, then move it faster. Ready? Back to the Heisman, down low. There you go. Bring them legs up. It's about core here. So your head and eyes are to the front. You're looking about maybe 10 feet, 12 feet out on the floor. You're not lurching your head up. You don't want to hurt your back. There you go. Strike a pose. Strike a pose. Strike a pose. There we go. Medium Heisman. We're coming up. Same thing. Just standing up a little more. This one makes you engage your core more. The deal is to get your knee up as high as you can get them. That's it. That's it. Now you're working, baby. Now you're working. We're almost done, you guys. Just a few minutes left. Hands all the way up. Same thing. Bring it down. That's right. Do your best and forget the rest. The work doesn't start until you get tired.
2 minutes over.
The work doesn't start till you get tired. We're 2 minutes over our time. Miss Kim's telling me we gotta stop.
Breathe out.
All right. There's really one more exercise. It would be the bicycle, but we can't do it. We're over time. We gotta stay true to our time. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cool ourselves down. So go ahead and march in place. Go ahead and march in place. All right.
And thank you for joining us.
March in place.
Thank God for today.
Right. So we're gonna get down on the floor, and we are going to do our final stretch.
Oh, okay.
So you gotta get this one in. So this time you're on the floor on your stomach, right? And you are putting your hands, I need to lower that down. Sorry, you guys, but we gotta give you the stretch so you don't hurt yourself. You're on your stomach here, right? And you're putting your hands like just under your shoulders at your chest. Your head is in neutral spine, looking down, and you're just going to lift your body up, right? And you're going to, don't turtleneck, keep your shoulders down, your neck out, so you're not looking all the way up, like you're looking out in front of you, and you're taking a breath. Deep breath in. You want to make you feel it in your core, in your stomach. Bring it down to the floor. Come back up one more time. Head and eyes, shoulders down, long neck. Make sure you feel it in that core. Now you're going to go back, push your butt back, and your hands all the way out. This is called child pose. I am not as flexible, so I don't get all the way down, but you should feel this in your lower back, because we just used it a lot. Right? 3, 2, 1. Hands up. 1 cat, cow. So cat, cow, cat, cow. Gotta be nice to that spine. Last one. Cow. Hey, we're done. You guys, thank you for sticking in with day 2. We went a little over time. We appreciate your time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You made it through day 2. Celebrate yourself. Command your day.
That's right.
And tell him, God, I thank you for another day. I thank you for the ability to live, move, and have my being. Have my being in you. Fill me with your spirit that I will
Be a leader.
Yes, be a leader. Command the day, apply wisdom, and do what you have me to do to help somebody that's in my path. You guys, make it a great day. Or not.
The choice is always yours.
Peace.
Bye now.